Welcome to TKT course by Teacher Teresa, Module 1, Part 2, Background to Language Learning, Unit 11, The Role of Error. Key Concepts and the Language Teaching Classroom. Key Concepts and the Language Teaching Classroom. Teachers should carefully think about whether, when, and how to correct learners. Learning is gradual, so it's unrealistic to expect learners to learn everything immediately. Errors are a natural part of the learning process. It's important to identify whether the learner's mistake is a slip or an error. If it is a slip, learners can usually correct it by themselves, maybe with a little help from the teacher or classmates. In some cases, it might not even need correcting. However, errors require more structured feedback. During activities that focus on fluency, it's better to ignore mistakes. This gives learners a chance to practice confidently and feel free to experiment with language without being overly concerned about mistakes. Some errors are more important to correct than others. For example, errors like missing the third-person singular s, example, he live, instead of, he lives, do not prevent communication. However, errors that affect understanding, such as using the wrong tense when describing a past event, example, he lives here, in the present simple tense, instead of, he lived here, in the past simple tense, may require immediate correction. In the same class, some learners may require direct correction, while others might not, depending on their learning stage, learning style, and confidence level. Teachers should adapt their correction strategies to suit each learner's needs. Older learners may find it useful to be aware of their interference errors, which occur when their first language affects their learning of the new language. Knowing about these can help them avoid similar errors, especially in writing. Learners often respond positively when they are informed about their fossilized errors or danger areas. This awareness helps them be more careful and avoid making the same errors, particularly in their written work. There are three main ways to help learners overcome their errors. 1. Provide rich language exposure, listening and reading materials slightly above their current level, help learners unconsciously refine their interlanguage. 2. Encourage interaction, allowing learners to use the language in communication, helps them test and adjust their language use. 3. Focus on form, providing opportunities to focus on language form, through exercises, reformulation, where the teacher repeats what learners say in the correct form without direct correction, or other forms of correction, can reinforce accurate usage. Errors are useful for both learners and teachers. For learners, they highlight areas for improvement. For teachers, they show how well the learners are progressing and areas needing more support. Instead of seeing mistakes as failures, both learners and teachers should view them as valuable stepping stones in the language learning journey. See Unit 10 for processes involved in language learning, Unit 29 for categories of mistakes, Unit 32 for how to correct learners, and Unit 33 for how to give feedback. Thank you.